while being pretty darn asset light because you're not making your own data centers, you're not buying land, you're not trying to get power generation sorted out. You kind of get to lean on what has been built and take it a step further. I really like that. Last question for me is you guys raised some capital. I think it was in June or July of this year. I think Felicis led that. Who was your lead investor?
So Stasia at Felisa.
Oh, I love
Yes,
Astasia. She's fantastic. One of the
she's great.
smartest VCs that I've ever met, actually. She was at Redpoint before, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so how much capital do you guys need though to take this as far as you want to in the next couple of years? I ask because I've talked to a lot of companies that are raising amounts of money that don't seem to track with their needs, and so I'm just kind of curious, like what will it take in dollar terms to get you to the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 years?
I think it's hard to say. And I think like there is obviously a spectrum of companies that you see today, from all the way on the left, like light capital requirements, your traditional SaaS, where there's not really any costs outside of R&D,
Hmm.
to all the way on the right, where you're building a foundational model and you need to, go buy $1 billion of NVIDIA chips. We're neither of those things. We're somewhere in the middle, which is because
Okay.
we're offering storage as a service. And storage is something that both the capacity and the performance and the safety actually scale with the number of servers you have. We have a fixed cost to actually appear in any region, which is why we're only in a couple regions in AWS and GCP today.
Ah, I see. You have to, okay, right. You have to provision or kind of take onto yourself a certain amount of, let's call it flash storage or whatever. And so if you replicate that in every single AWS instance, that's very expensive. Or
That's
region, I mean,
exactly
sorry.
right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we do have capital requirements. They are low compared to obviously model training or data centers or energy.
Yeah.
But we hope to raise more capital over time to be in more places and then fund more R&D into the higher level services that we chatted about.
All right. Well, I'm even more excited about the company now. Where can people find you on the internet? And what is a role you are hiring for you would like to shout out to the audience in case there's the right person listening?
So you can find us at archil.com, archil.com. If you've heard this and decide you already need the product, we also have disk.new, which you can go to and just immediately get logged in and set up with something that gives you high performance storage. We're also on Twitter and LinkedIn, of course. As far as open roles go, everything for us is engineering, as may or may not be a surprise to you.
I'm blown away by that revelation. Uh,
So if you're
no
a distributed
no
systems
marketing
engineer,
people. You're not hiring on the GTM side yet.
not yet. I think that if you look at companies like Modal, for example, which are this kind of high performance compute platform,
Mhm.
one of the things that they did well early on is just focus exclusively on engineering. And if you get the best engineers, you can grow the product and then fill GTM in later. And I hope we
Yes.
take the same playbook.
Yes, I think that's the right way to go in your case because you have to sell to developers who are famously relaxed, casual, and not picky whatsoever.
That's right.
Hunter, an absolute pleasure. Thank you for teaching me so much. Good luck, and I'd love to have you back in 6 or 9 months.
Thanks so much, Alex.
I've been working with and investing in founders for so long, I've got supernatural startup powers. For example, I know your team is spending too much time on debugging. Your engineers are chasing down bugs at 1 a.m., 8 a.m., and every time in between instead of building amazing new features or pushing fresh code. Just admit it, you'll feel better. The reality is, from time to time, your code is going to break. We all know that, but it doesn't have to be the end of the world. Now there's Sentry. They're the one-stop application monitoring platform that's not just going to tell you, hey, something's broke, but what specifically happened, where, and most importantly, why. Plus, they've added Sentry logs. So now when something goes wrong, you get a complete report. No more random jobs that just don't run. No more tab hopping, just actionable information with tons of context. And that means faster fixes. And we want to give you 3 months free of Sentry's team plan. That's right, FREE, just for being a loyal Twist listener. That covers 150,000 errors. Just go to sentry.io and use the code TWIST. That's SENTRY.io. And make sure you use that code TWIST so they know we sent you.